major breaking news regarding the Supreme Court's 5-4 decision requiring Donald Trump and his administration to pay $2 billion of some money to foreign aid groups and institutions. What all does the reporting say? Well, let's get into it in today's video. This is rightful legal win for the rule of law and the Constitution of the United States. This reporting is by Politico. The article is titled, Judge Orders Trump Administration to Pay Some Foreign Aid Bills by Monday. Judge Amir Ali gave the State Department 4 days to pay past invoices from groups suing over the aid freeze. By Josh Gerstein. And the article reads, a federal judge has set a new deadline of Monday for the Trump administration to pay a large batch of backlogged invoices for foreign aid programs, but he sharply scaled back the amount of money that will need to be sent out by then. Keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, that just recently, before the Supreme Court ruled on this issue, the Trump administration was already held in contempt of court and ordered to pay out this money prior to the Supreme Court bogusly having to step in. I don't really see what the point was in them having to step in. Continuing with the article. U.S. District Judge Amir Ali issued the new directive Thursday, just a day after the Supreme Court rejected the Trump administration's, my editorial edition, emergency appeal of an earlier order that Ali issued in a pair of lawsuits challenging President Donald Trump's broad freeze on foreign aid. The federal judge's earlier order, my editorial edition, had imposed a deadline of February 26th for the State Department to send out an estimated $2 billion the government owes to contractors and grant recipients who run aid programs abroad. But the February 6th deadline passed while the administration's appeal was pending, and the High Court on Wednesday sent the case back to Ali with instructions to clarify the government's obligations now. Ali, the new order from Ali, my editorial edition, gives the Trump administration until 6 p.m. Monday to pay the plaintiffs in the lawsuits all the money that they, my editorial edition, are entitled to on invoices and similar requests to draw down grant funds initiated prior to February 13th. Contractors and grantees who are not parties to the litigation are not subject to the new Monday deadlines, so the money they are owed will likely remain frozen for now. It's not entirely clear how much money the Trump administration, my editorial edition, will be required to disperse by Monday, but people involved in the litigation said it appears to be at least several $100 million. During a hearing on Thursday, my editorial edition afternoon, that stretched to more than 4 hours, Ali reportedly emphasized that he was seeking to follow the Supreme Court's admonition, that he show, quote, due regard for the feasibility of any compliance timelines, end quote. Quote, I intend to take that instruction very seriously, end quote, Judge Amir Ali said. My editorial edition, State Department officials worked overnight Wednesday to approve about $70 million in payments to the plaintiffs in the suits, Justice Department attorneys said in a court filing Thursday. Ali, who is an appointee of former President Joe Biden, said that the volume of approvals gave him confidence that the State Department could get the remainder of the accumulated bills out to the plaintiffs by working at a similar pace over the next 4 days. The government's made a good show by getting that, end quote, Ali said. Quote, I do appreciate the government's taking action on that front, end quote. The Justice Department attorney, Lindranil Sir, said the agencies might have difficulty executing the payments over the weekend when many banks are closed, but Ali said he didn't think that would be a problem since the most recent batch of payments was approved overnight. Most of Thursday's hearing was devoted to the issue of whether Ali should issue a preliminary injunction extending a temporary restraining order he issued last month against the foreign aid freeze Trump initiated shortly after he took office. That order is set to expire on Monday. Quote, the Justice Department contends, not quote, the Justice Department contends that the freeze has been lifted and officials have conducted a case-by-case review of each contract and grant, terminating many of them for specific reasons. Ladies and gentlemen, we all know that's a lie, because if in fact the investigations were completed, we wouldn't be in this mess anymore. However, because we're in this mess still, and in fact, we wouldn't even be in this mess if and had to deal with the Supreme Court if these investigations were over with, according to the Justice Department and the Trump administration. So, hence, that tells me right there, ladies and gentlemen, that they're yet again lying. Continuing with the article. Quote, the pause is essentially finished, end quote, Sir said, arguing that there is no need for the court to continue to block a blanket policy that is no longer in effect. And ladies and gentlemen, yes, there is still a need, because we know, at least the ones with brains, know that the Trump administration is lying through their teeth, and they cannot be trusted with what they say. If, in fact, the order is no longer in effect, well, then maybe we shouldn't have had to go to the Supreme Court, or in more perspective, maybe the Trump administration should not have had to go to the Supreme Court. Continuing with the article. But an attorney for some of the aid contractors, Stephen Worth, said the review was a sham to allow the pause to continue despite Ali's order to halt it. Quote, defendants never lifted the pause on foreign assistance. Instead, they doubled down, end quote, Worth said, as he asked the judge to reverse the contract terminations. Quote, I don't think here that the government has changed course, end quote. Right there tells you that they're also lying as well. Continuing with the last paragraph to the article. Ali didn't immediately rule on the aid group's request for an injunction that would prolong the restraining order, but he said he was considering, quote, benchmarks, quote, to get the full backlog of past due payments processed. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for today's legal breaking reporting. If you did enjoy this legal breaking reporting, please do consider liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. It'll help me out a lot, as well as please help me out by commenting your guys' support, as always. And if you guys don't want to miss a brand new video, please go ahead and click the bell icon that's right next to the subscribe button down below the screen here. That is right next to the subscribe button on the right hand side. Next thing is, if you guys never want to miss a brand new video as well, please do consider following me on my social medias down below. I am on Instagram, Snapchat, and Threads. There you guys will be able to get updates on whether on when I have uploaded a brand new video to the channel of the legal breaking analysis reporting, as well as the bell icon and clicking the all icon, the all option. That way, instead of the personalized option, that way you can make sure you get notified of every legal breaking analysis video. Lastly, please help me reach the channel goal of 110 plus subscribers. The reason why I'm saying 110 plus subscribers is because after we reach the channel goal of 110 subscribers, we have more subscribers to reach right after the 110 subscriber goal is reached and met. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for watching and tuning into today's legal breaking analysis reporting video, and I look forward to talking to you guys in the next legal breaking reporting. Please stay safe, and I will talk to you guys